Welcome to the Strong Life Coach podcast, where we speak life, coach life, write life, and lead life. Today, I'm joined in the podcast studio by Viviana Oropeza. Viviana, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
All right, I'm excited to have a conversation with you. And I want everybody listening in to know exactly who you are, so let me tell them a little bit about you. Viviana Oropeza is the founder and managing attorney of Attorney in Heels. Viviana's practice focuses on helping businesses and families with business counsel and estate planning. Viviana is not only a legal expert, she also has extensive knowledge in other important areas of business and estate planning, including finance, investments, and insurance, which gives her greater insight into her clients' needs from all angles. In business counsel, Viviana provides legal advice with respect to business startup formation and restructuring, product development and marketing, employment and labor issues, finance, purchasing, manufacturing, distribution and sales, intellectual property and licensing, real estate leasing, purchases and sales, corporate governance, and risk management. So what don't you do? I love it. Now, further, Viviana's estate planning practice is aimed at guiding all her clients through the often confusing maze of financial and legal decisions to help create estate plans that ensure the well-being of families and create and guide businesses on a path of continued success with concise exit planning. Viviana obtained her MBA in finance from the University of Redlands and her law degree from California Western School of Law, San Diego. All right, impressive biography. I'm excited to dig in a little bit, explore your journey. Maybe the first question we'll ask is, what inspired you to become an attorney?
I think more than anything else, growing up with the lack of knowledge, I've always wanted to gain more and more. And as I got older, I realized that, the power there was in knowing the law. So it was always something that I wanted to be able to do. Obviously, it wasn't an easy path, but I kind of stuck with it until I finally got there.
Yes. Now your background and your experience is it's so diverse. It's so unique in that way. I mean, even your MBA. So tell me, like, when you were finishing, so your MBA came before your law degree. Is that right?
Yeah.
So when you're finishing, your MBA program, how did you decide to go, all right, I finished MBA, now it's time for law school? How did that come up? Tell me about the process. Tell me what was happening in your world.
Well, when I was doing my undergrad, the goal was always law school. However, I didn't get into law school right away. So I found myself working with an investment advisor, and then I got really intrigued by what he was doing and learning numbers and investments. So once I started doing that, I was like, I've always been the kind of person that goes full blown into what I'm doing. So I was like, MBA in finance, here we come, right? So I applied and I did the MBA in finance, and then I became a licensed investment advisor, and I worked with entrepreneurs and I worked with families on the financial side of their estate planning, as well as with businesses. So it was kind of a side career before I eventually took the path of law again. So that's how I ended up doing the MBA.
Got it. Okay. Now, and I have to ask, okay, so if somebody were to come up to you, because, I don't really ask the question of what would you do differently, but I'm more interested in if somebody was telling you for their own journey that they want to finish undergrad, get their MBA, and then do a law degree. Do you advise for that? Do you advise against that? Or tell me your perspective of how you counsel others in their path. Like, is it the path that you took? Is that one that you encourage?
I love, everybody has their own path. I mean, with being a Latino lawyer, becomes a lot of challenges just to get to law school. So a lot of people take different paths and different careers before eventually getting to that goal of getting into law school to begin with. So each path is very personal. And for me, it just happened to revolve around investment advising and business and numbers, which is great because it eventually became the foundation for what is my law firm now. Because I work with entrepreneurs and I work with families on their estate planning, and I have that background that helps me, get the insight that they need to what I'm doing. So for me, it worked. It just depends on, exactly what your goal is eventually, right?
Yes. I think always a savvy answer I hear from attorneys. Well, it kind of depends, like
Yeah.
it depends on a lot of factors, not just one clear cut counsel or advice or direction that is provided. No, I hear that.
Yeah,
And
that's my preferred phrase. It depends. And it's because every situation is different and unique, and we have to be able to acknowledge that. So,
yes. Well, when I listen to your story, I think what I'm inspired by is the perseverance. I know you alluded to it and you mentioned you didn't get into law school right away, but what I hear from you is a story of perseverance, and not just perseverance, but even almost this the providence of your journey to be in investment, to work with entrepreneurs before your law degree, and then to get your MBA. That was, as you mentioned, that was an incredible foundation for your law firm, and it made you an even more valuable asset to the clients you serve now.
it has. And, everything, I know it sounds ridiculous. Everything happens for a reason. But I think if I wouldn't have had that bump in the road that pushed me into finance, I wouldn't have the incredible backing to my law degree that I do now. And I wouldn't have been able to launch my law firm straight out of law school. The bump in the road, helped me in the long run. So I'm
Yes.
grateful for it.
Yes. And even that detail of launching your law firm right out of law school, a number of attorneys who have done that, it has been it's been a leap of faith, but also a leap with a lot of fear. Do you think your background has really helped alleviate and maybe even eliminate a lot of the fear in moving into your own law firm?
Yeah, I mean, launching a law firm is launching a business. So having a business background is incredible. Not only having like the legal background to, start your own law firm, incorporate, do all of your own foundation to what is your law firm, but also if you have a backing in numbers and finance, like I do, like I ran my own numbers, I did my forecasting, I did, I just running a business is running a law firm is a business. So, having that background definitely alleviated a lot of the pains. The fear is still there. I think for all of us, the fear is still there because, we didn't work at a large law firm before launching, but it doesn't, it doesn't change the fear, but it still depends on who you are. And if you want to keep moving forward, you do. And if you don't, you back out.
Yes, yes, yes.